Okay, let's bring in Hall of Fame quarterback and friend of mine, Mr. Brett Favre. Brett, great to have you back on the show. So let's start a little bit with what's going on. You know, the elephant in the room. We got Tampa Bay, we got Kansas City. Can Brett Favre make a prediction on the Super Bowl?
I don't. I'm probably not the right person to make a prediction because I finished last in fantasy football, the only year I participated. So that being said, it should be a great matchup. I would have to give the advantage to Kansas City only because they have so many weapons and they beat Tampa pretty soundly. I think middle part of the season. Of course, you never know with Tom Brady. I would never bet against Tom. You know, a lot of people have, and a lot of people have lost.
Yeah, you know, I'm better. You know that I put some money on some games, and I got burned a few times betting against Brady. I don't think you can do it, especially, which I just found out from my producer, that for the first time in NFL history, the Super Bowl, the team, one of the teams in the Super Bowl is in their home stadium, the Tampa Bay Bucks. That's amazing.
It is. You know, all the years of football, it's never happened, and it's teams have come close, but it's never happened. Leave it to Tom Brady to be the first to do it. You know, the guy, you know, he sets records. He proves his longevity. You know, nothing ceases to amaze me with this guy.
All right, so Brett, you made some news. I think last week you said, you know, coming out of the draft. Now I'm a South Carolina boy, and Trevor Lawrence is just a hometown hero for us. He's likely. Most people had him picked #1 in the draft. Jacksonville Jaguars they're gonna get that first pick, and you say, go past Trevor Lawrence and take Devontae Smith from Alabama. Why so?
Well, you know, it's only an opinion. I like Trevor Lawrence. I think he's a heck of a player. I think he's a heck of an athlete. But after watching Smith at Alabama, and I didn't watch every game this year, but I like most people, I watched probably the last 3. And I was so blown away by his talent and his playmaking skills, given the fact that Ohio State, who made Clemson look, you know, pretty bad, could not stop him. And they knew the #1 player on the field is Smith. And yet, and that Ohio State's pretty athletic, very athletic, in fact. He just, every game that I watched, and every highlight, he made everyone look like junior high compared to him. I just think a player like that is hard to pass up.
You know, you're killing me, Brett, because that means if they do pass up Trevor Lawrence, he goes to the #2 pick, and that's the New York Jets. I come from New York. The last thing I want to do is root for the Jets because they got the South Carolina hometown boy. You're going to kill me if that has to happen.
Well, wherever Trevor goes, I'll say this, he'll be successful. More than likely, he goes with Jacksonville, the first pick. And you're not going wrong with getting Trevor. Don't get me wrong. I'm not knocking him at all. I think he's a heck of a player, great leader, good, you know, great pick to start a team with. I just would go with Smith on the first one. He'll if he goes to New York, he'll turn it around.
So I saw an Instagram video of a young girl. She was in tears, crying, and she was crying because Aaron Rodgers indicated that he may not return to the Green Bay Packers. What do you know? What do you think?
I think, you know, my gut tells me he'll return. But I have not talked to Aaron since the game. But my observation, of course, I was there right where he was at one time in my career. You're seeing and hearing the frustration, the disappointment, the hurt, the pain, the everything you can imagine, the highs and lows. I mean, he had a tremendous year, maybe the best single season by a quarterback ever. But yet he got beat out at the end. And that is so disappointing and deflating and painful. That's what you're hearing and seeing in this press conference.
So what do you think what goes through his mind, Brett? And you were there, like you said. What goes through his mind to make a decision? You know, you had a Hall of Fame career at Green Bay. He's had a Hall of Fame career at Green Bay. To go somewhere else, Brady did it. He had a Hall of Fame career with the Patriots and left for Tampa Bay. Does he look to do what Brady did, find the exact right situation and see if he can get a Super Bowl? Is that the call?
Well, I think first of all, the organization will determine that one way or the other. He's still under contract, and I would find it hard to believe that the Packers would even think about shopping him around or letting him go, which is what basically would have to happen for him to go somewhere else, unless his contract is up. But I will say this: you know, I did it. Joe Montana did it. Peyton Manning did it. Now Tom Brady's doing it. So it's not uncommon to see a guy who has established himself for a team move on and try his luck somewhere else. And Tom Brady getting to the Super Bowl certainly makes it a lot more appealing.
So you and I are friends. We talk. I thought we'd let the audience know that you and I have a podcast launching in a few days. Bowling with Favre. Get the play on words there. We have a little fun. By the way, I know something. I'm going to give our audience a little nugget of something that no one really knows. Someone whispered in my ear that your nickname is Big Country. Is that true?
Well, Dion coined the phrase my rookie year in Atlanta. Actually, it was country time. He was prime time. We had Andre Rison with Showtime, and I was a nobody. I was a little peasant. And Dion said, "You're country time." And I said, "Hey, you call me whatever you want. You're the greatest thing in football right now." So the only one who still calls me country time is Dion when I talk to him.
Isn't that lemonade, though?
I think so.
Well, we're gonna have some fun. I'll tell you what. We're gonna once a week we're gonna do a podcast. We'll talk about anything. Anything off the table, Brett? Can we talk about everything on that podcast?
Yeah, you know, and I've been thinking about guests and different topics. I was thinking about this last night. My oldest daughter is all vegan, and I am the furthest thing from vegan that you can. You know, I mean, I really don't know a lot about it. So maybe we have her on the show one day, and she can explain to me what that entails and why you would choose to do that. So that's just a little.
All right. Well, we can do that because I'm city, your country. You're all meat barbecue and you're hunting. Get this. You ready for this? You don't even know this. I'm pescatarian, which is vegan with fish, and that's it. What do you think of that?
Never heard of it. Never heard of it. I've heard of Episcopalian.
No, it's a whole other story, whole other podcast, my friend. Brett, the podcast is Bowling with Favre. It launches on February 2nd. We're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to talk about everything. Sports. You heard the man right there, Hall of Fame quarterback. We'll talk sports. We'll talk food. We'll talk just about everything. Kardashians, perhaps. Tiger King.
I don't know. Tiger King. I got to watch more episodes.
All right, brother. We'll talk to you soon, my man. Thank you.
All right, Eric.